Hey everyone. Okay, so I want to have a new series for the Patreon called Story Behind the Photo. I have so many pictures that are just stills, but there's an entire story behind them, and I really want to share them with you. This is going to be the first one and probably the best one, a very special one. And it's called The Best Moment of My Entire Life, which I'll explain to you. This one's actually cheating because I'm going to show you multiple photos and also videos. But yeah, I really want to share this lovely story with you. So let me set the tone. I'm going to school in San Diego, going to college. I get discovered for modeling. I drop out. I go to LA and I'm living this really cool, exciting life where I'm modeling. And but after a couple years, it just kind of feels like you're doing the same thing, you know? You go to modeling jobs, and then you go to like what we call the Models and Bottles Club. So like Bootsy Bellows or like a Hollywood nightclub, and you just go there and it's like rap music and Snapchat and you're trying to get laid, and it would be Tuesdays and Fridays and Saturdays, just like spinning the wheel, the same thing over and over. And you know, I really like to watch art movies and nice dramas and read books. And so when you read The Alchemist or On the Road, or you watch Lost in Translation, they have these big moments and adventure, right? And I always thought kind of like, well, where's mine? Where's my big movie moment? Where's my aha moment? Where's my wow moment? We read it, but why can't we live it? Why can't I have one? And it's hard to have one I don't know how to explain it. It can be hard to, anyone can have them. You just have to be able to find them in your own certain way. But mine always my idea involves a really amazing travel and risk and adventure. So you watch all these movies and read all these books and you thought, where's mine? And I'd ask friends, let's go traveling, and no one wanted to, because the thing with modeling is, let's say you're working a lot, like for me, I was working a lot for PacSun, a store in malls, and they sell like, you know, teenage clothes, and I was making a lot of money from them. They would hire me almost every week at thousands of dollars a day. And people are afraid to leave, because once you leave, they'll hire someone else. Like, well, I'm Jesse, they'll hire Johnny. And they're like, you know what, we like Johnny. So by the time Jesse gets back, they're sticking with Johnny, and people don't want to give that up. But on the flip side, if you never take this opportunity, right, when you're making money and you have free time, I mean, we don't have a 9 to 5, when are you going to experience like something amazing? Well, I soon came to learn that maybe experiencing something amazing isn't as important to other people as it is to me. So after failure of asking my friends to join, I said, you know what, I'm gonna do this by myself. And I'm gonna go to the motherland. You know, I'm Filipino, so it was to return to the Philippines. And I didn't know shit. And I did it within 2 weeks. I was real close to like a mental breakdown. I was really depressed, really, really, really depressed. I was like, I don't wanna do this shit anymore. I'm just spinning a wheel like a fucking hamster. So I flew to the Philippines, and when I got to the airport, they're like, yeah, you can't even fly there. You don't have an exit ticket. That's how like last second I did it. So I had to buy a ticket to Japan, right? Just to have an exit ticket. I had 2 carry-ons, not even a checked bag. 2 fucking carry-ons for at least a 1-month trip. That's insane. Totally unprepared. And I just wanted to be somewhere else, you know? I brought my PlayStation. I just want to play Final Fantasy, go to the gym, just walk around. I just wanted to experience something other than Los Angeles and this stupid, vapid nightlife shit and trying to get laid all the time. It just felt empty. And I met Celine, you know, and it was like God rewarded me, you know, with her, and we were inseparable. And the memories with her are so, the reason why they're the best memories of my life is because as we all age, we all get more confident, more comfortable in our own skin. I hope it doesn't sound cocky. You can put me fucking anywhere and I'll crush it. I mean, I think I've proven that. You can put me right now in Tokyo. I mean, I've done it in Milan. I've done it in Bali. I've done it in Mexico. I mean, I can make friends now. I'm drinking, I'm partying, I dress well, I'm more confident, but back then I wasn't. I was shy. I dressed like shit, and I was sober. So I was just glued to her. We were glued to each other. And, you know, we would just go to malls and just, you know, drink coffee and just do just young people shit. And for reference, I'm like 24 or 25. She's 21, 22. And You know, I remember when my lease was up, my Airbnb for the month, right? She would bawl, she would cry her eyes out. And then I was like, yeah, I don't really know what to do. I'll probably get something else. And her mom called me and she said, Jesse, we love what you're doing with Celine. We adore you. Come move into our home. How fucking badass is that? I'm living with a Filipino family, a whole family. Even by today's standards, where I feel like I'm capable of doing a lot of amazing things, that was still the coolest thing I've ever done in my entire life. That's fucking awesome. And so I did, and it was just a dream, you know, and so now let's get to the moment. Her and I fly to this place called Bohol, where my grandparents are from, so it's special to me. But also it's really cool because the smallest primate in the world, the tarsier monkey, is native only to this little island in the Philippines. Smallest primate in the world. Well, we're gonna go, we're gonna experience Bohol and my ancestry, and we're gonna see this fucking monkey. I rent a bike. Then it starts to pour rain, thunderous rain, loud rain. And I remember I took a nap and I was like bitching. I was like, oh, that guy sold us the bike because he knew it was gonna rain, as if he could control the weather. Like, just bitch shit. I was being a little bitch. And I took a nap. And when I woke up, she's like, babe, look. And we look outside the window. The streets are piping hot. That's the coolest thing about the tropics if you've never been. Weather travels fast. Like, you'll see a cloud like hauling ass. And so heavy rain, pounding rain, where each raindrop feels like it's a quarter of a pound, hitting the ground like that, will come like this through your town, and then the blazing heat will come and dry it up shortly after, which is just insane. You don't experience it anywhere else. So she said, let's go see the monkey now. It's an hour and a half drive, like, let's go. I said, okay, cool, let's go. And we're going, and she's holding on to me, and obviously you guys know, after it rains, it's breathtaking, right? The sky is amazing, it's piercing, it's powerful. And so we are going and going, and she says, Jesse, look at the sky. Look how amazing it is, look up. And I look up, and I'm like, wow. Piercing blue sky, the whitest clouds you've ever seen in your life. And then all of a sudden I feel well, there was the road went left, but I continued to look up at the clouds and go straight. So now I'm riding off-road. And the thing about Thailand and Indonesia and the Philippines and Vietnam is that they just give you a bike. Oh, go ahead, they're just gonna go. They don't really train you, so I'm not really proficient. Now, what are you supposed to do? You're supposed to be calm and just steer yourself back on the road, right? But what do most people do in cars and on bikes? You panic and you brake. So now I'm like, and we fucking crash. And the bike is going, and I'm going, and I felt like it was slow motion. I kid you not, I'm not being overly descriptive or dramatic or imaginative. It was slow motion because it was all these feelings at once. It was, oh my God, and it was like, I'm terrified for her. And as I'm like spinning and tumbling, I see her as well, and her face is like this anguish on it, you know, and pain, and like, oh no, look. And I'm watching her flip in slow motion. And then when we settle, we're all in different places. The bike is back there, I'm here, and she's over there. And we're fucking fucked up. We're bloody, we're skinned. And I stand up, it's a miracle. Nothing's broken. I immediately run over to her. Babe, are you okay? Are you okay? She's like, yeah, I'm okay. Her knee is bleeding, her elbow is bleeding. Is anything broken? No, nothing's broken. Okay. Praying to God that the bike still runs. The bike still runs. That's a fucking miracle, I cannot believe it. And that thing was tumbling. The left rear view mirror was off, I mean, but it's not gonna be that expensive to get it fixed, so we get back on the bike. And we're riding, I'm so sorry, babe, I'm so sorry. You know, we're gonna go to a hospital right now, we're bleeding, you know? And I just, about 5 minutes, I start to hear a whimper. And it fucking breaks my heart, you know? And And I said, I'm so sorry, babe. I'm so sorry. We're gonna get us to a hospital right now. You know, I don't know what to say. And I just feel like such a failure, you know. I let her down. I let her mother down who trusted me, her father down who trusted me, their family down who let me into their home. They gave me their daughter and I was supposed to protect her and I fucking failed. I felt like an idiot. And she's crying and I said, you know, I don't really know what to say except keep apologizing profusely. And she says, you know, Jesse, I'm not crying because I'm in pain. I'm crying because when we were crashing, in the middle of it, I saw you look at me, which I actually was, you know. And I know that all you cared about was my safety. And I know how much you care about me. And in that moment, I realized how much I'm in love with you. You know, I tear up right now just talking about it. It was fucking powerful. And that was my aha moment. That was my movie moment. I mean, like, I'm in a place I'm not supposed to be. I'm looking for a rare monkey. I'm with one of the most beautiful girls I've ever met in my life, in the most adventurous, wonderful time in my life. I just crashed us. And she just told me how much in love with me she is. And that such beauty came from a disaster. And that like love came from failure and healing came from like literally physical hurting. It was fucking awesome. And I felt like the sun even shined brighter on that way home. And there was so much silence on the ride, you know, almost to like protect the moment. Pardon me. I didn't really say much. And when we got to the hospital, we got some stuff stitched up. Where I think they just gave us really strong like pain medicine and obviously bandages. And we got back to the hostel and we took a shower and she came out and there were like dewdrops on the tip of her hair. And she looked like a cherub, like an angel, like a fucking baby. And I said, Celine, I love you so much and I'm so sorry. And she didn't say a word. She just hugged me. And it's like, to be in the best moment of your life, to know that you're in the middle of it, like the eye of the storm, like it's a really incredible feeling. Like not to know that this is one of the best times of my life. Like, no. I've been alive for 25 years. This is it. And I took a chance. I came out here alone. I didn't know anyone. And God is smiling on me. He loves me. He loves this shit. When you look for wonder and beauty and sincerity and you want to make the world a better place, I didn't go there for fucking Instagram or to fuck a bunch of girls. I went there to look for a moment to inspire me to keep living. You know what I mean? For something special, for like a movie. And he winked at me. And he gave it to me. It was just such a fucking incredible thing. And that's why I want to live. And she changed my life forever because now I feel powerful and now I know the beauty of experiences and traveling. And that's why I always go alone. Because that's when God looks at me the most. To take a risk, to take a chance, to look for something amazing, you will get it. You just have to step outside your house. And yeah. That's all. It's just breathtaking, and I'm sorry for crying, and I'm sorry if I stutter. I did this in one take. I don't want to edit this shit up, you know. I just want to give it to you raw and authentic. Celine is the best thing that ever happened to me, and that moment was the best moment in my entire life. It was so pure. And it was the closest probably I ever felt to God. It was really incredible. Thank you for listening.